I'm spending money like I just got paid. $100 bills, tell them keep the change. Come on. Pop a bottle, about to make it rain. Let me give you something now to celebrate. Come on. And if you're wondering why I move the way I do, I just feel so good, good, good. Oh, I just feel so good.
All right, you guys, this is going to be a massive Costco grocery haul because Josh and I just got back from Palm Springs and we intentionally ran out of food before going to Palm Springs so none of our food would go bad. And so I needed basically everything. So I might as well do a big Costco haul for you guys. And I want to dedicate this video to fertility foods because IVF is starting for me in less than a week again, and it's going to be in preparation for my embryo transfer that's going to be July 1st. My suppression check is next week. So now I'm focused on foods that I need to be eating to help prep my body for IVF and specifically for the embryo transfer. These are all basically the same foods that I've been eating while going through the stimulation weeks for egg retrieval during IVF, but a little bit different foods now I'm focusing on for the embryo transfer. And basically the foods that I'm focusing on help build uterine lining for obvious reasons. Welcome to the video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new here, welcome. I upload 1 to 2 videos a week all about living healthy, and now I'm focused on IVF. So my last video was all the supplements I'm taking to help prepare my body for the embryo transfer, and also those supplements I also took during my egg retrieval. So if you're interested in that video, I will link that one down below. So these next couple of videos are going to be focused on IVF because that's kind of where my mentality is these days, and my life is kind of revolving around that now in anticipation of July 1st. So this massive Costco haul, I'm going to go over every single item that I got and why I got it for fertility reasons. There's a few items that I didn't get for fertility, but most of them I did. So I'm so excited to go over the foods that I got. And of course, I hope this video is finding you guys happy and healthy, and I hope it's helpful to you guys. I do need to preface again, like I preface most of my grocery hauls when I remember, that I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm not a doctor. I'm a registered nurse. So I do have some science background in nutrition, but I've just been in the health and fitness world for many, many years. I was a gymnast growing up, and then I went right into like the fitness world right after that. And now I'm 36. So I've just been in the health and fitness world my whole life, and so I have gained, I think, quite a bit of knowledge in nutrition. So I just want to share everything that I know with you guys in hopes that it'll help you out. So per the usual, I'm going to start with the cold items because they have been out for a while. I need to put them in the fridge. Summer is almost here and it's 75 degrees outside, so we need to get the cold items back in the fridge. So let's start with those. I love Costco's frozen fruit because of course you can get it in bulk for a good price and organic. I love their frozen berries because they're organic, and I love making smoothies because it is summertime. I'm reading a lot online that we shouldn't be eating cold foods to boost our fertility. Apparently eating warm things like warm soups, sipping on broth really helps our fertility, but it's getting warm outside. I'm not sure if I can be eating soups all the time. So smoothies are a great way to get your antioxidants in. Blueberries are very high in antioxidants, which helps fertility as well. I also like adding mango and just tropical fruit in general to my smoothies, but I specifically got mango because mango is really high in vitamin A, which is a potent antioxidant, helps with fertility, and vitamin A really helps with overall inflammation in the body. I got this because there's pineapple in it, and I couldn't find whole pineapple at Costco, so this will do. I do like munching on frozen fruit anyways, so might as well munch on frozen pineapple, maybe like as a dessert after dinner. But pineapple apparently is a fertility food. There's not really any studies that confirm that it helps with fertility, but I'm not sure if it's an old wives' tale, but so many people have reached out and told me eat pineapple to help my fertility. So I'm not sure why that is, because it's an old wives' tale. Maybe there might be some substance to it, but I'm just gonna do it anyways because why not? I've had really good luck with Costco's fresh fruit, especially their berries. So got some fresh berries. All right, you guys, so one of the key foods to eat for fertility, especially if you want to get pregnant or you are looking at an embryo transfer like me, is to eat beets, because beets are really high in something called nitric oxide. And nitric oxide helps keep our blood vessels healthy, especially those like really tiny blood vessels in our uterus. Actually helps build those blood vessels up, so it helps increase uterine lining. So I got the already cooked beets because if you've ever made beets like raw beets before, it takes a long time and it's messy. So I cheat and I get the already cooked ones from Costco. They have a really good price on on this. And you can do a lot of things with beets. I'll probably make a reel on the different ways I eat beets, but really I just chop them up most of the time and put them in a salad, or I drizzle like balsamic on them and just eat them raw. It's very good. So beets. And if you can't get your hands on actual beets, drinking beet juice is also helpful. Of course, Costco has the giant bag of lemons. I'm still drinking my warm lemon water every single morning, and warm lemon water really helps the body to absorb those IVF medications. I've been doing this since the start, since last year when I was doing my stimulation stuff for egg retrieval, and I think lemons really help the body absorb the IVF medications and helps with digestion and bloat too. So squash, Costco has organic. You should buy squash organic. They are on the Dirty Dozen list. I just got squash because we like eating squash for dinner. It's really easy to like chop up, put in a pan, saute, salt and pepper. So this isn't really a fertility food, but actually if you just eat the colors of the rainbow, so lots of different kinds of fruits and vegetables, including squash, really does help you get all those micronutrients in just to help build up your body, your immune system, your overall health to carry a child. So I did not get these chopped bag salads at Costco because I forgot Costco has them. I got them at Fred Meyer, but Costco does have the same exact chopped bag salad, like in bulk and a way better price. So recommend that you get it at Costco. I got these for Josh and I because they're very convenient. We don't use the dressing. Sometimes we use the toppings in there, but really we just have it for convenience sake because we like that everything's chopped up, and so it's really easy to eat in a bowl on the go. Most of this is cabbage, and cabbage is one of the fertility foods. It helps with bloat. Just got some carrots because I like these shaved ones. Costco has these in bulk also. Did not get this one at Costco because I didn't realize Costco has these also, but I like that they're like shaved carrots because Josh and I like to saute these and just eat them as a side for dinner. But carrots are very high in vitamin A also, which is an anti-inflammatory like I just said. We love our Brussels sprouts. Now Costco has the shaved ones, which I didn't realize. I got these at Fred Meyer. So if you're gonna get Brussels sprouts, do get them at Costco because they're chopped up. So much easier to saute, which is our preferred method of cooking Brussels sprouts. But these ones you could chop up and maybe you can like roast them in the oven and stuff. But Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, all those cruciferous vegetables really help with hormonal balance. So I always try to incorporate some cruciferous vegetable in our diet almost every day, but at least every week. So Costco has organic half and half, but it's way too big for us. So I got this at Fred Meyer. I don't drink this because it's dairy. I'm trying to stay away from dairy in general, and I'm not too sure that it's confirmed that dairy inhibits fertility. I just know that if you're dairy intolerant, you want to stay away from dairy when you're trying to get pregnant. Dairy doesn't affect Josh, so I got him the organic half and half for his coffee. If you do eat dairy, if you are tolerant of dairy, just make sure that it's organic because it's gonna be higher quality and better for you. This is my preferred dairy-free half and half. I get it at Fred Meyer. I really wish Costco would carry this because I go through this so much. I put it in my coffee every day, and this is my favorite type of half and half. Silk makes one that I like too, but this is my all-time favorite. Did not get these at Costco, but Costco does have organic eggs. So if you have a large family or you eat a lot of eggs, get them at Costco, but we just don't go through eggs that fast, so I could not bring myself to buy like the huge egg carton at Costco. But this is my favorite brand of eggs. I think Vital Farms produces the best eggs, and if you can afford it, their brown box is organic. This is their black box, which is not exactly organic, but they are pasture raised. Very important to eat pasture raised eggs. They're gonna be way healthier for you and way higher in omega-3 counts, which is what you want when you're trying to get pregnant because you want a really high omega-3 diet, which I'll get into in a minute. But eggs are kind of like the superfood for fertility because if you think about it, an egg is gonna be able to support a chicken. So it has all the vitamins and minerals to support a life. Speaking of omega-3s, so chia seed is one of the highest omega-3 count seed. It is considered a superfood, as well as walnuts have a really high omega-3 count. If you are vegan, definitely stick with these two, as well as flaxseed and hemp seed. All those are really high in omega-3s and protein. But if you're not vegan, sockeye salmon, you guys, this is pretty expensive. I think it's like $38 for this at Costco, but this is pretty much the highest quality salmon you can get is sockeye wild caught. Salmon is very high in omega-3s, and studies have shown the higher somebody's diet is in omega-3s, the more chances they are to get pregnant. And walnuts are really high in something called ALA, which is a type of omega-3 fatty acid and helps with inflammation throughout the body. So highly recommend walnuts. The other one is Brazil nuts, which I didn't get any more Brazil nuts because I already have some in the cabinet. But if you eat just one Brazil nut a day, really helps helps with your selenium level in your system, and selenium is really good for thyroid health. Between Brazil nuts and walnuts and chia seed and flaxseed, you are good to go with your omega-3s and with balancing your hormones. Organic Honeycrisp apples. I just got these because I love apples and I've had really good luck with Costco's fresh fruit. I don't think apples are really necessarily a fertility food, but it's very healthy for you, high in fiber, healthy sugars, so enjoy an apple here and there, and it's great for a summer snack. I about died from excitement when I saw these at Costco. Costco has not carried goji berries in forever. It's been years. And then when they stopped carrying them a few years ago, I was like, no, because goji berries at the grocery store is so expensive, but these are in bulk, obviously, and I want to say each one is like $10 or $12, which is a steal because half of this is like $10 or $12 at the grocery store. But goji berries are considered a superfood. They're very high in vitamin C and they're very high in antioxidants, of course, like blueberries are, but even more so, they're really high in iron. And iron is what you need to help build up your uterine lining to help support a baby and a growing embryo. So goji berries, figs, dates, any of those dried fruits are really high in iron, and so you want to be eating those almost on a daily basis if you can. But goji berries are like the superfood of dried fruits, so I was so excited to find these. I'll just eat them plain as a snack, like right out of the bag, but a lot of times I'll sprinkle them on yogurt. I'll even put them in my smoothies. I'll sprinkle them on top of my smoothie bowls, which I'm doing more because it's hot outside. So goji berries, you guys, superfood for fertility. Josh loves his bell peppers, and we saute these like all the time. These are not organic, so I'm just gonna use my favorite vegetable wash from Trader Joe's to wash them off really well. You should be buying your bell peppers organic because they are on the Dirty Dozen list. Bell peppers are very high in vitamin C, so will help your overall immune system and your overall health. Again, did not get these at Costco, but you can get it at Costco, which I did not know. I think I haven't really been to Costco in a while and I didn't know they carried all this stuff, but I wish I had gotten this at Costco. This was expensive at the grocery store, but they have a big bag of Power Greens in their like fresh produce section. Anyways, so I'll have to remember that for next time. Green leafy vegetables are also really high in iron, so I like to incorporate this in my smoothies as well, but I've been bringing more salads to work lately because it's been hot. So green leafy vegetables, key for iron buildup in your system. And if you're a meat eater, just having a variety of like lean meats, but just make sure they are high quality, organic. I really like bison because bison is lean and it's gonna be naturally grass-fed anyways. You want all of your beef products to be 100% grass-fed. It's gonna be way higher in omega-3s and healthier for you, and then you're supporting that good farming industry along the lines of building up your iron levels to help support your uterus. So you want your protein to be a little bit on the higher side just to help support all that growth. Speaking of protein, I got some protein shakes. I like buying these. They're not exactly environmentally friendly, I realize that, but they're so convenient because if I realize I'm low on protein, I can just grab one of these and drink them. I like the taste of these. These aren't the healthiest. I wish the ingredients were a little bit better. They are vegan, which I like, and the macros are good and they're very low in sugar, but they do have a little bit of preservatives like trisodium phosphate and trisodium citrate, which I'm not a fan of. But overall, they are pretty clean protein drinks. There's another one that I've been using from OWN, and I like that one because it's really high in protein, but it's not organic. So I have yet to find a vegan protein powder, protein shake that I like. So if you guys have found one that's organic, that you like the ingredients, please comment down below on what you use for vegan protein because I have been searching for years. There are a couple that I have in mind that I haven't tried yet, but please let me know if you found a good protein powder that you like. Potatoes, these are from the grocery store. Costco has them in bulk, but I couldn't bring myself to buy like a huge bag of potatoes. We're just not gonna eat them in time because it's just Josh and I. Sweet potatoes are really high in vitamin A. As you know, it's good for us. And then just a regular potato because Josh likes the regular russet potatoes. But potatoes are very good for gut health, has lots of prebiotic fiber, good for your gut bacteria. Speaking of gut health, I really like this sauerkraut. This is my favorite brand of sauerkraut, and Costco sells it for very cheap in bulk. I want to say this whole thing is about $8, which is great. So sauerkraut is really high in probiotics, which is really important to help digestion, reduce bloat. So if your gut is healthy, the rest of your body is going to be healthy as well, especially fertility. So if you have really good gut health, you're going to have really good fertility. So we always eat sauerkraut with our meals, especially with dinner. We just have like a spoonful before we eat, or we just incorporate it into our dinner, and it really does help digest our food and it helps reduce bloat. I have been really liking these protein bars. They are called True Bar, and I think it's a pretty new company. They have 2 different flavors, cookie dough and donut flavor. These are really good. They're a little bit high in sugar, 9 grams of sugar per bar, but each bar is 12 grams of protein. I like to stay under 9 grams of sugar in a protein bar. These are 9 grams, so right at the cutoff. But the ingredients are pretty good. They are vegan. They're delicious. So sometimes I'll eat one just as a dessert because the donut one, my gosh, it tastes just like a glazed donut. Instead of buying individual avocados, we've been loving buying these from Costco. So this is just smashed avocado with some sea salt. And it's nice because they're in little individual packages, so little serving sizes. These last you a long time, and you can just grab one and go, or it's already portioned out for you, so you don't have to worry about like overdoing it on the avocado. But avocado is a fertility food. I see it all over the internet when I Google like fertility foods. Avocado is number 1. I still don't know why. I think maybe because of like the healthy fats. That's the only thing I can think of, like olive oil, avocado oil, all those like healthy oils are really, really good for fertility. So that's the only reason why I can think of avocados would be helpful to us. I have not gotten these in a very long time, and I remember them being delicious. I love that they're organic. All the ingredients are very clean. They are not low carb though, so I just have to like watch how many I eat because I could probably eat this whole thing. But the ingredients are very clean. Also really high in omega-3s, as it says here, because it does have quite a variety of nuts and seeds, which are gonna be high in omega-3s, especially has a lot of flax seeds in here. If you're looking for like an easy snack that's gonna be healthy for you, highly recommend you try these. And Costco's carried these for a really long time. The only thing is they're not individually wrapped. So what I do is I just make sure, like when I grab 1 or 2, that I really make sure this box is sealed off so they don't go bad. Of course, I had to pick up my favorite spaghetti sauce. I've been using this for years. I love their ingredients. That's why I get it every time. And I think they used to have 2 of these for $10 at Costco. Because of inflation, I think they've raised the price to $12. But even so, that'd be $6 per bottle. And at the grocery store, one of these is $10 alone, or even $12. So still a better price at Costco, and just highly recommend you try this spaghetti sauce if you haven't. Collagen, of course. I don't go to Costco without buying this. So I'm still putting collagen in my coffee every morning, and it's very helpful, especially on my work days, because I put 2 scoops, which is a serving, into my coffee mug, and I sip my coffee on the way to work. So I get some protein in and some calories and some caffeine before I even start work. So this is really nice to get your protein in right away. A serving is 18 grams of protein, but collagen is just really healthy for your hair, skin, nails, but just overall health. Basically, our whole body is made up of collagen, and so you really want to make sure you get some collagen every single day, and it will just help support also a growing baby. Okay, so coffee is not a fertility food. I love their price, and this is organic and fair trade, but I'm gonna try to reduce my coffee intake. This is probably gonna be the hardest part of everything I'm doing, is reducing my caffeine intake. I really am trying to reduce it to like 200 milligrams a day, which I think is a safe limit for when you're pregnant. I know I'm more than that right now because my couple cups of coffee a day is probably more like 300 or 400 milligrams of caffeine, to be honest. So they recommend that you do stay away from coffee entirely if you're really serious about getting pregnant. I don't think I can do that. I like my coffee too much. So I'm gonna try to reduce it down to like just a little cup in the morning and that's it, or maybe like half decaf, half regular. So Costco sells Dave's Killer Bread bagels, but I didn't want to get that many of them. So I did get this at the grocery store. I like this because it is organic grains, whole grains, which is very important if you eat gluten, that you want your wheat products organic, because if they are not organic, then you can assume that the wheat has been sprayed with something called glyphosate, which is a byproduct of Roundup. Terrible for our gut health, terrible for our fertility, especially when you eat it over years, non-organic wheat. All those toxins can build up in the system and cause infertility. We stick with organic grains, organic oats, organic wheat, really any of our grain products we buy organic. So I really got this for Josh, has a ton of cheese in it. But if you are fine with dairy, I recommend you buy this. It is not organic, which is disappointing, but all the ingredients are wholesome. There is nothing really bad in here at all, and it is low carb, so you can actually have a whole serving of one of these and it's only 3 carb, which is amazing. So I really got this for Josh because it's very convenient just to stick it in the oven for a few minutes, pop it out, and you have yourself a meal that's 32 grams of protein. Just some taco seasoning because Costco has really good taco seasoning. I got their bulk spindrifts. This is our favorite sparkling water because it's just sparkling water and some natural fruit, and that's it. There's no natural flavors in here, which is fantastic. It's just a lot of spindrifts. We will go through them eventually. It's just a lot of times I don't buy the spindrifts at Costco because there's just nowhere to store them. But we literally have nothing, so I have some room. Got some bone broth just for cooking. I do sip on bone broth occasionally, especially when I'm just cold and I feel like something's salty. But bone broth is actually really good for us. It has a lot of vitamins and minerals, and 1 cup is 10 grams of protein, so you can get protein in really easily. And I believe 1 cup is only 40 calories, so you can get like a ton of protein in for like not very many calories. If you're looking for more protein, buy some bone broth, and you can incorporate it in your cooking and add some more protein in your cooking. Last but not least, I talked about this in my supplement video, in the last video I did that I'll link down below. So I take this because of the omega-3s, which I've already mentioned why you need lots of omega-3s in your diet to help with fertility. But I really like this supplement because it's just pure salmon oil, and salmon is one of the fishes that is like the highest in omega-3 count. So Josh also takes this with me every night, and I just think it's really helpful. And then I just got some more masks because I am still wearing my mask, especially in the grocery store. I wore my mask at Costco today. When we flew to Palm Springs, we wore a mask on the airplane and in the airport. It's just COVID's going around again. Disappointingly, half my family has COVID right now. And even though it's not as bad as it used to be, I just really don't want to risk getting it. Plus, they're gonna COVID test me before my embryo transfer, and if I'm positive, the whole thing's canceled. So I just don't want to risk it. All right, you guys, I have my notes so I don't forget what to tell you. So just in summary, I have like the top foods you should be eating for fertility, especially if you're looking at an embryo transfer like me, or you're just wanting to boost your fertility in general. So number 1, omega-3 fatty acid foods like walnuts, Brazil nuts, chia seeds, salmon, all those kinds of foods. The second one, eggs, because eggs are really high in micronutrients that help support a life. Berries, because they're really high in antioxidants, especially like goji berries and blueberries, really high in antioxidants to help support our body and immune system. So then beets, because beets are really high in something called nitric oxide that helps support our healthy blood vessels and support the little tiny blood vessels that make up our uterus to help increase the uterine lining. Green leafy vegetables, because they're really high in iron, and we need to be able to build up our iron levels to help support a growing baby and increase our uterine lining. And the other foods that are rich in iron are those dried berries like goji berries, like I mentioned, figs, dates, even raisins are really high in iron. And then lastly, foods that are high in vitamin A, because it's a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant to help support our overall health. So carrots, mango, sweet potato, all those kinds of like orangey type produce, really high in vitamin A. And then lastly, pineapple, because why not? Apparently it's an old wives' tale, but actually I didn't mention this before. Pineapples is really high in something called manganese, which is a mineral that helps like balance hormones and helps boost hormones. So maybe that's why pineapple helps with fertility, but I don't know if that's really confirmed. Anyways, that'll be it for the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that this helped you in some way. Also, leave comments down below if I missed anything, maybe what your diet looks like that is helping your fertility, or if you're looking at an embryo transfer soon, what your diet is looking like. And overall, I'm also reading that a Mediterranean diet really supports fertility, because I think a Mediterranean diet is really high in omega-3s. For those of you going through your IVF journey, hang in there, stay strong with me, we can do it. Thanks again for all your guys' love and support. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next video, which is gonna be a vlog, because next week is already my suppression check, so I am gonna vlog that, let you know how that goes. And I didn't realize, but I was reading an email from my clinic today that it's not only a lab draw, but it's also an ultrasound. So we'll see how that goes, and yeah, I'll fill you in along the way. I think I'm just gonna be vlogging this whole journey starting next week, and we'll just see what happens come July 1st. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, because it really helps support my channel. I'll see you in the next one, and always remember to be kind to yourself.